Welcome back, folks. Some of you that may not be here right now, I'm doing this just to get a little early start on this so I can actually give people the what's what I'm looking for, so I can give people the link to it. So I'm trying to find a video right now to be able to give them that link so they can all come in here. But before I do that, let me see. I have to give you guys a link. So some of y'all are still over in the other video by now, but don't worry. Let me see. Here we go. Pause you. Do this. Hey, all 5 people. That's really weird. My video was doing this. Let's see. Okay, so let me pop over back to the live again, okay? And I'm going to be calling her again. Let's see. Where you go? Where you go? Bear with me, folks. I'm getting ready to call her up again and get her on. Let's see if I can change up some of this stuff that some folks been having some complaints about. See if we can change that.
Hi.
Okay, we are back again. So we just doing a little test here, Cara, to see if everybody can hear you pretty good. Mama Don, Lethal, you guys. Can you guys hear her pretty good? Well, I guess you got to say something.
I didn't know whether you want to be sure. Or are you like looking for static or something? Funny.
Let's see.
So I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to everybody last time. Like, I feel bad about that. Hi, Wendy. I saw you popped on. Hello. Hi, Bob. I think Mama Dawn said she had given you something to ask me about. That was the last thing that we were talking about.
Okay. You still hear the feedback, Lethal? XO Bob, did you not read the title to this? You didn't read the title, did you, Bob? Bob, you didn't read the title. Well, everybody else is saying it's so much better, Lethal. This is weird. Now you know who it is, Bob? It's Catalane, Kata Jagadowski, Bob. Lethal, I don't know, sis. Everybody, okay, so yeah, that's just Mama Don. You just answered the question I was getting ready to ask. So what happened, Cara, is that I don't know if you guys were here last night. I did a video with those doctors, right? And the video, like for the first time in my channel been on in history, the videos got pulled, not by somebody flagging it, not by a copyright or anything like it got pulled by YouTube. And what's crazy is YouTube said that the video violated their community guidelines, which is crazy because these are medical doctors, and YouTube guidelines says it can't be no nudity or sexual content, no harmful or dangerous content, no hateful content, no violent content, no harassment or cyberbullying, no spam or scams or threats or copyright impersonations.
Never have a channel.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm like, what was done that was wrong? What did the doctors do that was wrong? Because as y'all know on this channel, I'm unbiased. I'm like, whatever information is coming forward, I will take the information in and I will be the judge of what I agree with or what I disagree with it. But for YouTube just say, nope, they took it down.
Yeah. No, honestly, they did it also on Facebook because I had a few friends who posted it, and literally when I went to go watch it there, it was taken down. I could actually only see the video on a website called unews.com. And that's the only place that I believe we can see it now still if we wanted to. But I don't know what they did precisely. I feel like it was because it was political, and they feel like it wasn't just factual information, but it was someone's opinion, not necessarily like dead hard ass facts, pardon my French.
No, that's
so
fine.
That's what I was told, like from the people who felt that, who had posted it, and it was told was what their disclaimer was that this is not a factual conversation. This is an opinion.
And see, that's the thing, is that it's so weird because if that's the case, and YouTube, to me, it seems like
Wendy's funny.
it seemed like it would be like a violation of your constitutional rights, like freedom of speech and all that. It's like those are medical doctors, and one thing they have to do, they have to pretty much uphold their license for one, and not do anything that they go, pretty much in other words, they can lose their license if they're giving out misinformation or do anything to compromise the license. All of us as medical professionals have to live up to that standard. So they were actually doing it as a news conference. If they was doing something that bad, then their CEO or the board at that particular hospital can say, we firing y'all because y'all are doing this misleading information. But for them to actually for YouTube just to say no, that really kind of like, it just pretty much confirmed my suspicions about a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of Big Brother to me. I mean, that's how I look at it, and that's because maybe I'm old, but that's how I feel. Like, you don't have the freedom that you're led to believe you do. I feel that way anyway. I'm late to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you to Ryan. He said happy birthday. And Carla, I would go to Bora Bora. It's like my favorite place on earth. I would love to go there again. And hi, Rob.
Rob K.
Steven, I'm with you. They lost me at nudity and language. I'm out. No.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's really interesting is that, like, I wrote them back to pretty much appeal it, and I'll just say, I clearly stated in my video that this is open. I said this is open for discussion, for everybody to throw their perspective on it, whatever like that. But then, at the same time, you can see video, like when they said, YouTube guidelines talk about like no sexual content. You can type in twerking right now on YouTube. You're gonna find over 1 million videos of girls or boys on there twerking, and not one of those videos are pulled down yet. And some of them go back like where they were published like 7 years ago, and none of them are pulled down yet.
It was definitely the video, though, because that content isn't available pretty much anywhere right now. It wasn't anything I believe that, you commented on, or any of the subscribers or the conversation. I don't believe it had anything to do with that. It was definitely the video, because it's almost impossible to find the video now.
Wow, I'm glad I downloaded and kept it then, because that's ridiculous. And the thing is that one thing that y'all know about me on this channel is that I'm always something that, like, if I get a certain type of information that's coming in, I'll present it to everybody else, and it's like, okay, as a group, because this is what they don't want people to do anyway. Like, let's talk about this together, because everybody might have a perspective or see something from a different angle that somebody else can't see. But for you, it's just for you to pull that within like 3 hours of me posting it. I'm like, okay, what is really going on for them to do that? Because this stuff I got stuff on here. Remember? Okay, we don't want to go back, but remember when that stuff went down with oh God, what was it? A video that happened and people started saying mean things. YouTube actually, somebody flagged the video and YouTube put it off so they can manually view it. But like last night, it was just like, nope, that's exactly what it was. They just, nope.
Yeah.
And then
I actually went to YouTube to watch it because through a Facebook link, and I couldn't watch it. And then I became like a personal search because I wanted to see what was blocked for me seeing, because I'm crazy like that. Like, I'm curious. I want to know what you're telling me I'm not allowed to see. And that's where I found it, was unews.com. And I saw it there. And then when you came up, we had seen the conversation and you had the video, but like I went to go show someone else and share the link, and I couldn't, it was gone.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, that was fast. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it makes you wonder, like, what and why. And what YouTube wrote me, they said, hi, Modern Renaissance man. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. It says your COVID-19 information video from medical doctors was flagged by us. Upon review, we determined that it violates our guidelines and we removed the video. We know that this might be disappointing to you, but it's important to us at YouTube that it's important to us at YouTube that YouTube remains a safe place. So a safe place. I'm like, what? These are doctors. I mean, these weren't terrorists. I mean, yeah. So for them to even word it like that, and they said, if you think we made a mistake, you can appeal it. but it says this content violates YouTube's terms of services and also encourages others not to do so. And they said the removal did not read it. Here's the thing. Usually when you violate a YouTube guideline or anything like that, you usually get something called a copyright strike. They said this removal, and they put it in dark words, has not resulted in a community guideline strike. You still can see it, Ty, but others can't. Now tell me, that's crazy. So I can watch this video on my channel all day long, but y'all can't. Now, like, it's invisible to y'all. It'll say something like the original person or something like that removed the video, or to say something like it's private and I didn't do nothing. YouTube did that.
No, that's totally YouTube. It has nothing to do with you because the content's just nowhere, and it's frustrating, frankly. You know, you should be allowed to hear it, or if you want to believe it or not, that's your opinion. But everybody's allowed to have their opinion, but you have to give them the chance to have one. You can't just take it away from someone. It's kind of
right.
That's just a little, that's a little harsh just to someone like me. I'm not like I said, I'm not a complete liberal. I'm not a complete conservative. I kind of find myself in the middle around a lot, but nothing else. Like, I want to make my own decision or choices. Exactly. I don't want somebody else telling me I can or can't do something. That means that I'm gonna do it.
Exactly. And that's the thing is that I think, like, when it comes down to it, the fact that you see this on here, and again, there's when it says in their community guidelines that there's not supposed to be like acts of violence or things that show racism. But check this out. Even though I did it as an educational thing, I don't know if you've seen the video I did the other day with those two white kids doing the TikTok thing.
Yeah, I commented on it because, like I said, I'm adopted and I have like the whitest family ever, and I have a black sister from the same orphanage.
That's right, you sure did.
We experienced like mad racism growing up because of that, and that to see that was still available to watch surprised me when they pulled the other video. See,
exactly, and and even what I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, this video may not stay up because you clearly hear the guy, or I forget what the guy or the girl, they say, we're going to be making niggers, and I'm like, well, my video may not stay up long because they said it, but no, it can stay up there. It's just, they did flat. What they did something where they say, well, they reached out and said, we may not have as many ads on this video because it doesn't appeal to a lot of advertisers because of the nature of the content, which I understand. But the fact that they didn't pull the video, I'm thinking like, but if
it makes you wonder who monitors this stuff and who's the end all be all, who has the capability to do it. That's what I wonder at the end of the day. Like, who's pulling the plug and who can do it that fast?
Right. When
there's a lot of people doing this.
Exactly. Especially when we also got stuff from YouTube that claims that like 75% of their staff is not at work. So they won't be able to take care of some of our concerns or our disputes because of the COVID-19. They're keeping their staff safe. So I'm like, well, they sure did pull that video down pretty fast for 75% of the staff to be gone. So I mean,
I see you, Mama Dawn. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that organization. I couldn't work for them.
Right.
Not my style. That's like, and just Steven, thanks for letting me know that you're eating something because now I'm hungry again, which is not cool. Because we know I snack all night. It's my problem.
Yeah, there was a interesting thing me and my wife watched, and Mama Don also she sent it to me, but I told her me and my wife watched it 2 weeks ago. It's called Out of the Shadows, everybody. And I don't know if y'all seen that, but it's some interesting stuff in there to kind of clarify some stuff. It just kind of opens your door to a lot of things that you kind of suspect, and now you actually see it going on. Because as y'all know, I don't get into politics. I'm into people. But just because what we're talking about is dealing with people and politicians are talking about it doesn't make it political. So they sent me something, we seen a video where it said it showed the CEO of YouTube saying anybody that pretty much disagrees with WHO, World Health Organization, that they will pull your video.
Interesting.
And it's a lot of things that work. Go ahead.
For as not as a political person as I am, it's interesting because I grew up in a very I don't want to say politically charged family, but a politically charged family. I grew up with my father most of my childhood only. And, the first book he threw at me when I was 5 was The Warren Report, which is the assassination details from JFK. So, that's where he started me out. So I've always followed politics really closely. I don't ever, get over involved. And I think, like I said, I couldn't be classified necessarily as something, but I vote because I feel like as someone who had to become a citizen, because I wasn't a citizen and I wasn't born in the U.S., I had to take the test and become one willingly. And as a woman, and I'm not an over feminist either, but like to not vote would be like shooting myself in the foot and going against everything I believe in. So that's why I do.
Totally understand that. Totally understand that. Bob, you said, did I get part 5? Bob, I saw part 5, Bob, and I also saw part 6 as well, Bob. But yeah, it just, I mean, now, you know, it's like these organizations that, because I mean, it's pretty much, I hate it because, you know, if you black, they want you to be the part of NAACP, Rainbow Coalition,
Right.
Black Lives Matter, and I'm not a part of any of those. But the thing is, I got friends that I grew up with that are involved in those, and what they do, they'll send me information about this is what's being said, this is what's being done, X, Y, and Z. And then when you see these things for what they really are, I'm telling you, it's some stuff that folks, I tell you, folks gonna be blown out their mind. I'm just, look, folks, I'm not.
I have a funny like tidbit or story. When I went to college, I was a really, really good student in high school, and I had gone into college an AC exam. I had a bunch of offers for scholarships and stuff, and because I was paying cash out of my own pocket and on my own, I said no, because like if I screw up, then I'm gonna get kicked out. So I'm just gonna pay cash every semester and go. And that said, I took my exams and I got called into the dean before school started. And I thought like maybe he's gonna ask me if I wanted to like tutor or like give, you know, help people with that so I could have a job too, because I was really hunched for money. And instead he walked in and he had all of my grades, all of anything I had on his desk, and said to me, I just wanted you to know, because you checked the box that you are of this race, we have clubs for you that you can join if you need help. We'll offer you free tutoring. We'll do this. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like,
Wow.
Did you look at my accomplishments? Did you see my grade point average? Did you see my test scores? Like, does that matter? You just noticed because I checked the box and because I'm a chick, that's why you're going to offer me this? And I literally, like, I was pretty arrogant and rebellious back then. I literally threw it at him and did not care if I got kicked out. I was pissed.
Dang, that's
angry.
crazy.
So like, that's how I feel, you know, things can be so pigeonholed. Like, don't look at my name on a paper or the box like check. This is who I am.
Right, exactly.
Like, let's talk, because I'll run circles around your ass. And that's how arrogant I was back then. So
holy, that's crazy.
Man. It wasn't cool.
That's amazing. I mean, they see this, like what you just said, they see this on paper, then they don't even look at you as a person. That's just.
Yeah. My maiden name is Curtis, which is my father's, you know, adopted name for me. And people used to always see my face and ask me if it was Cortez, because they would assume I was Spanish. And I was like, wow, like, really? Do I have an effing accent? Like, do you hear anything? Give me a break. Like, I was so nasty about it when I was a kid because it was insulting to me. I did not care.
Right. Totally get that. Dang, that's crazy. Mama Don, I disagree with Bill Gates, who actually said that by giving everyone the vaccine, they could lower the population. That's crazy. Y'all already know you already know what I feel about that right there. So I'm
with Mama Don on that. I don't agree with that. I think don't we have to like build up immunity to for this, frankly, to a point.
Well, that's what, and you got. I mean, look, remember. I mean, if you go back to that's what's good about doing some of this. The videos that I've done way back when we were just talking about when folks had issues with like certain chronic ailments that they have, and I was talking about the whole juicing and all that. And I was talking about how if your liver and stuff is in optimum operating level, it will take care of everything that comes in. That's immunity. So now that this stuff is all going on, I'm like, I mean, y'all saw me in the grocery store hugging the subscriber I saw and all that, and folks like, oh my God, Ty, you could. I
feel that way too. I'm the same way like that. But thank you, Ryan. And yes, I was, Craig. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ty.
No, you're good. Hey, this is all supposed to be for you anyway. So I mean, Ryan McCart. Pretty soon he gonna be pretty soon he gonna be talking about I love the fact that I love a woman that likes to eat.
That is the weight of my heart. You have to be smart, funny, tall, and if you can't feed me, we're over.
KDB said, Ryan, are you talking about my voice? Thank you kindly.
I like Katie.
Allie, I'm always having a good day, sis. I'm always good. Thank you.
I like Allie.
Mama Don said love connection. Park. I know, right? No, Mama Don, I'm gonna be the I forget what's his name, Chuck. I forget his name.
Yeah,
was on Love Connection. Sitting there like this all the time, like this. Yeah, we're gonna be back in 2 and 2.
The dating game would be more like the match game than something like Love Connection, because I'm a smart ass and that probably wouldn't go over so well in Love Connection.
Yeah, you probably would. Them guys would probably be like, man, this is gonna be a little tough right here. Where she got her money, she got like tickets to Giant games, and the woman works out and eat. And you know, with the average American male today, it's like, y'all.
I'll leave you under the table, man. Don't get me drinking with the two, because then I'm gonna hang longer.
Gosh, I use love loosely. You lost me on that one, Ron. Oh, he's talking to Katie. Okay, that's why I was like,
yeah, because he said he loved my voice, so he's saying he's using the word very loosely or lightly. I'm sure is what he meant.
See, for a second, I'm like, huh, bro?
No, Wendy, I'm not a hippie. No free love here, babe. Nothing for free with me.
Oh, Wendy, don't you dare say free love.
I'm a material girl.
Right. Wendy, do not say nothing about free love, because that beetle didn't feel no love from you. That beetle in heaven, like, hey, what's she talking about? What you mean? Kind of listening,
actually,
but
that's true, Ryan. I don't use the word hate. It's actually like a quirk of mine. I use the word hate. It means I must have loved something that really went sour on me, like my ex-husband. I will say I hate him, but I loved him to death. That's why I could root to hate.
Well, that makes
you
that
have
makes
to love
sense.
something to hate it.
That totally makes sense right there, though. I mean, that's the only way you would know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, when people say like, I hate this, it's like, well, or a person is like, well, you can't say that if you actually didn't love them, because if the opposite of love is hate, how do you know you hate them if you never loved them?
Okay, I'll make an exception to that rule, Ty. I hate country music. I never loved it.
Well, then check this out. Is there a country singer that you love, like a country singer, not the music, but the country singer?
Yeah, I love Dolly Parton. I really do.
See?
I love everything about her.
So you love Dolly Parton, but you don't like the music she sings.
No, I do. I like most of her music.
Right. See, and
I think that she's like a great songwriter.
Right. So if she sings country, and then some country music you hate, see, you loved it first, but
so maybe it's an inanimate object I can say hatred about, but not a person or that sort of thing, like or an activity. That's true. Mom Dawn made a good point. You're right.
So I hate green beans, but never loved
them. Never liked them. Never will. So you're right.
About people, Mama Dawn, people. Oh my God! Wendy said the Beatle was a groper. He went full Joe Biden on her. Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, see how fast this goes when we having fun. The next video is starting, is what I'm told.
All right, guys.
We will catch you over there at the 9:15ish. Everybody, see you in a bit, y'all.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you. Stop it, Rob. I don't. Shut up. I see you.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all over there. Monty Anya, me bataya, CK Amu.
Bye, guys. Take care.